You are not a human being having a spiritual experience. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. That has been my belief for a long time. And that is the foundation underneath everything I'm going to share with you today, right? I think everything else that I'm going to say this week kind of sits on top of that. Wayne Dyer said this decades ago, and I've been living inside that one sentence, I don't know, for years, almost 40 years. So by this point, it's literally in my bones. I truly believe it. And I need you to kind of let that land, right? Because it sort of flips everything around. You're not a body that happens to have a soul. You're a soul that's wearing a body, just for a little while. You came from somewhere. So here's today's truth, what I've learned in my 60 years. Everything is energy. You are energy. I am energy. The chair that I'm sitting in is energy. Might look solid. It's just energy, moving so slow that it looks like it's still. And everything that's energy has a frequency, a vibration, including you. We are all vibrating at a frequency right now. You can feel it, right? You know the difference between a morning when everything is flowing and you wake up in a good mood compared to a morning where you wake up heavy. You know, they say you woke up on the wrong side of the bed. The whole day, you're fighting with the whole day. It's the same world. It's the same circumstances. And sometimes we just can't explain why we wake up with a heavy heart. It's our frequency. It's a different frequency. You're not in a different life. You're just vibrating differently than the one you were yesterday. But now here's where it gets good, right? Because here's where, you get to control that frequency. You get to change your vibration. And as much as I believe the world is energy, I believe God is the ultimate energy. He is the ultimate source of all life, of all life. To me, those two things have never been different. And I know the word vibration and frequency don't sit well with some, but I believe it's all the same. God is the highest energy there is. He is. He's the most loving energy there is. God is pure love. And love is the highest frequency there is. I have never believed that God is like up there in the sky somewhere handing out blessings or handing out hard times from some vending machine in the sky. I believe God is pure love, and I believe that we're all running on a frequency of vibration, and God is the source of it all. He is the source of our life. That's my truth. And do you remember Harold in the purple crayon? The little kid that draws his whole world into reality with just his crayon. He draws the path, he draws the moon. He walks by the light of the moon. And that's how he gets home. The book has stuck with me for so many years. I remember my son having it back in 1996, maybe is the first time we got it. And it just really resonated with me that Harold had the belief that he could create his reality, his world, by just drawing it, by just believing in it. And that's not something, when you think about it, that's not something that's taught in school, right? That you get to draw your life, that you get to create your whole life. And I typically end my videos saying that, we can write our story and craft it any way we want, because I do believe in that, especially knowing that we can change our frequency, we can change our vibration so that we can, be on the same frequency as our desires. The frequency you carry is Harold's purple crayon. But most people are walking around drawing the same tired picture every single day because they're vibrating at that same tired frequency every single day. And then they wonder why nothing changes in their life. You have complete control over that. Complete control over how you interpret things in life and how you let them affect your mood, right? Isn't that what frequency is, your mood? So if you take only one thing from today, just take this, raise your frequency and everything else follows. I truly believe that. I've seen it in my own life. I've seen it in other people's lives. It's not the other way around. You don't wait for the good thing to show up so you can finally feel good. You got to raise the frequency first. You got to feel the good feelings first. And then life starts rearranging itself around that. I say all the time, if you have a certain desire and you see something in your heart, then you need to feel the feelings as if it's already here, because it's those feelings, it's that frequency, it's that vibration that everything will orchestrate around and bring it into reality. Frequency is the new currency, right? It's the frequency economy. People are drawn to your frequency. People are drawn to your energy. You know when you walk into a room and somebody has really good energy. You just know it. You feel it. You like being around them. It makes you feel better. You can think of somebody in your life that you can spend an hour with, a couple hours with, and when you're done, you just feel better. You just feel better. That's their energy. That's their frequency. But people are drawn to that frequency before you even say anything. And being authentic is one of the highest frequencies that you can have. Just truly being yourself raises your frequency. And I can imagine that some of you are saying, okay, Lori, then why can't I just decide to vibrate at a higher level and have the life I want? And I think that's a great question, because there is a catch that typically people don't share, and it lives in your body. But that's tomorrow. That's day 5. And it might be the most important one of all. And if you've been with me for a minute, you might already know what it is. But for today, I just want you to sit with this foundation. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. Your energy. You've got a frequency. And you have way more say over it than anyone has ever taught you. So just notice it. Notice what your frequency is right now. Is it good? Is it bad? No judgment. Just see where it's at as a starting point. Because you can't change what you can't feel. And if this stirred something, you can tell me. Leave it in the comments. And if you're new here, subscribe. We have 6 days left to go until I turn 60, and I am counting down the 10 most important things I've learned in my 60 years. Remember how much you matter, folks. You really do. I love you, and I will talk to you tomorrow.